Hi guys, I'm here with the unbagging of Lego Series 13 minifigures. I want to apologize for this video being so late. I'm going to show you the bump codes and everything, but for some reason they weren't in our area, and we're normally pretty quick to get them. So I grabbed just a bunch of random ones at the store, and I went through, felt all the bags, and I labeled them. So we're going to see how accurate I am, and I will mark the bump codes for you. So I'm going to open what I think is the Hot Dog Man, just because he's probably my favorite in this series. And he's very easy to spot, because this piece is really hard to miss. So look for that. And I'll go ahead and put them together. But yeah, other than that, he's really plain. And the bump codes, if you've seen some of my other videos, you know that they used to be really reliable. They aren't as much anymore. But if they are from the same series or the same box, they're normally the same. The number on here is 246B4, and that is the code that's on the bag. Sometimes that's still helpful, even though sometimes it's not, so I still like to do those. And this is what he looks like put together. And I will show them all at the end as well as a group. Next, I'm gonna open, I think this is the Fencer. Some of these, there's a lot of ones in this series that came with like knives and swords and stuff, so could be a little bit difficult trying to find them, but that is correct. His sword's a little bit different because it's got like that little piece you can feel, tiny little bump at the end, and he has a helmet. There's a little bit of printing on him. And he has one face. We'll go ahead and put him together. And it said something about, oh, okay. So there's codes. Is that for the game, I wonder? I don't really know. The top of it said something about collect and win, or collect and win. So we'll have to check that out, but this is what they all look like. This is the insert that comes in the bags. As you can see, there's several people that have sword-like figures. Him, he's got a stick. And this is what the fencing guy looks like. I thought he was kind of neat. He has a little swords crossed on his shirt. Okay, so we have an extra of him. We tried to get duplicates of each, so we have a full set and then some extras, because you know, if you're letting kids play with them, they're probably gonna lose the pieces. So this should be the Goblin, and it is. The easiest way to tell him is his sword curves, and you could feel it curve through the bag, and it kind of has, you know, chips out of it. And then of course he does have a helmet, but then just to double check, I also felt for his bag. Nope, and I didn't show the bump code on the Fencer. Let me go ahead and mark these real quick. So the Goblin's code looks like that. And some of these are hard to tell if they're air bubbles or if they're bumps. And it looks like there may be a tiny one that's almost too hard to see right here. Okay, so the sheriff. He was easy to feel for because he has this little tiny pistol, but the dead giveaway is this tiny little flat brick. He's the only one in the series that has this. A lot of times there's like 2 in the set that might have a newspaper or something that looks like that. But he also has a little mustache. But that was the key piece for me. Okay. So here is the Goblin put together. And mark the bump code. Should have marked these ahead of time, but I wanted to make sure I didn't have any wrong. That one's kind of plain. Those are the only bumps that I see that are kind of defined. And this is what the sheriff looks like. He has a little star. He's got his mean face, his mustache. And no kind of printing on the back. All right, let's see. This should be the king. He was a little difficult for me. A lot of them had a lot of like helmets and yeah, okay, cool. Got that one right. Here's his little cape in 2 different pieces. You normally can't really feel those through the bag. But I felt his sword first, and then of course you want to check for his accessories. The beard, he has one of those, so kind of slightly rubbery. And then his crown has the hair attached to it. So if you look for those pieces, you should be good to go on that one. And let's see here. Yeah. He has a few bumps on his. That's what it looks like for the king. Okay, so here's what the king looks like. I actually really like him. He reminds me of the Burger King guy. He's got lots of printing on his outfit, and it's pretty cool. Let's see, where are we? I kind of paused it and went through and did the bump code so you guys don't have to like wait so long. The unicorn had like bumps all over. If this is the unicorn, let's see here. So far we're on a pretty good streak. Yes. There goes her head. So okay. So I kind of looked this one over at first because I didn't know this piece was separate. The disco lady, we're gonna get to her in a little bit, but she's holding a microphone and it kind of feels similar to this. But here's the tail. That's a good giveaway piece. And then the weird headpiece, which those are sometimes hard to feel through the bag. But like I said, you can look for this small piece. Those normally kind of go down to the corners of the bag. And those are easier to find. So again, that's the code. I've started noticing a lot of them have similar codes that look like this one. So I'm not sure if I'm just not seeing some of them A lot of these have crazy air bubbles in the bottom of them. Okay, so the snake charmer should be in here. Yes. First, I felt for his stick. It's a lot smaller and it doesn't have any end to it, so you know it's not a sword or a knife. It has a little turban. And also the snake figurine. And he's kind of rubbery. Oops. This is what the unicorn looks like put together. Pretty plain front. There's a few stars up here. Red and blue stars. I do like that one. Pretty cool. And the snake charmer. Snake not want to go on. That's what he looks like. Alright, the lady Cyclops. She was pretty easy because she has that big club that you can feel pretty well. It has the spikes on it and you can definitely feel those through the bag. I was about to say, thought we're missing a piece. And the head part has a little pointy thing on the tip. So those are good indicators. And she also is a double-sided head. And this is kind of the basic code I saw for that one. There's a lot of them that are 2 dots and then one over here. Here's the female put together. There's a little bit of back printing. Okay, let's go to the evil wizard. There's several pieces with this one that you can look for. Cape is 2-piece again, but you can't feel that through the bag. You could feel this very well through the bag, the flame that goes on his little staff or whatever you want to call it. It is in several different pieces. It's like a 3-piece thing. So this piece you could easily get mistaken with the snake charmer since there's short little bat-like things. So that's why you want to check for other key pieces, his little beard. I always look for the flame because that's the only other piece like that.
Base.
Oh yeah, duh. The base. He has kind of the typical base that we see on a lot of the females. That is a very good giveaway. Forgot about that. Thank you for mentioning. And that's the code I found on his. Okay, this is the evil wizard put together. Alright, and this one should be the paleontologist. Yep. And key things to look for. The bone, since that's so small, normally goes in one of the corners. That could be felt pretty easily. She also has, oh, there it is. Little tiny circle. It's supposed to be a little fossil. So those are dead giveaways. She also does have a hat with a ponytail as well. But I would focus on those two. Did I not mark this one? Oh yeah, I did. I put it in the wrong pile. No, I didn't. Don't we have two of her, or am I just losing my mind?
Should be.
I'm losing it. So her code is here. Here, just like the other ones start out. But this one.
Does this fish look like Velma?
You say Velma?
From
Paleontologist. She does kind of look like Velma. Overall, I think this is a pretty good set. I've pretty much liked all of the minifigures, really. So this should be the disco. Oh, there they are. Duh. Yeah, and that one had the same bump code, so that's accurate. Disco Skater. Disco Diva, I think is her official name. That's what the bump code looks like. And this is that one piece that I was telling you about, the microphone. Could kind of easily be mistaken for the horn on the unicorn's helmet. But I felt for the bumpiness of the afro, and then these little skates, you can definitely feel those too. There's actually a lot of printing on this one. I like her face because she's got the little star glasses on. She has lots of printing on the side and on the back. All right, we'll do the Galaxy Trooper next. Yep. So the way I felt for him is he's the only one with two guns that are identical. So that's pretty much all I looked for. If I found a gun, felt around, there wasn't anything else, then that's it. You know you have him. Does have a bodysuit. It's not flexible like the samurai is, though. I think that's all the pieces. The bump code is just 2 dots. That was just like the snake charmer. Had the same kind of dot system. I mean, there's actually, there might be a dot right there. I keep making it tricky. Every time it's harder and harder to tell the bump codes. Lego's always giving us a hard time. Okay, so we have 4 left. The Space Alien, Egyptian Warrior, Samurai, and the Carpenter. I guess we're going to open the Carpenter next. I think he's going to be one of my favorite ones. There's the space guy. I don't really care for the space ones. Okay, so for the Carpenter, it's got this wood piece. It's very easy to feel for, as well as the saw. You could feel those grooves through the bag. This is a piece that I would look for. And the code again for him. And this is what the Carpenter looks like, fully assembled. So we'll open the Samurai next. So we did get a couple of the Samurai, and I've never seen a bump code like this, but look how many dots were in that corner. And I thought maybe they were just air bubbles, but it was on the other ones too. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And this piece is kind of rubbery, bendable. So that was a giveaway. And also there is 2 long swords. So you should be able to feel those through the bag and the kind of squishy chest piece.
I think it's a leave out that.
So here's what the Samurai girl looks like. Does she only had one face?
Yeah.
Was the Cyclops the only one that had 2 faces so far?
No, it's, Galaxy guy.
Oh, the Galaxy guy. Okay, 2 more. Should be the Egyptian warrior. Yep. And again, this one does have a knife, or a sword rather, that does curve around. But if you feel for the shield, which is flat with this little piece on the back, that is the only minifigure in this set that has a shield. And we did look it up. This is for the Lego minifigure game. These codes that are on the back of here. Oh, yeah, and then it lets you enter for a chance to win other stuff too, I guess like Lego sets or something, I think it said. There's the code. Last one is the space alien. So it looks like I was accurate on all of them. Oh, his face is way more rubbery feeling than I thought it would be. For him, this is the key piece, is this disc that goes on the tip of his little gun. There's his gun. Because for me, it's too hard to feel a lot of the masks through the bag. I go for the tiny accessories. This is what the Egyptian looks like, fully put together. Here's the space guy. And I believe series 14 should be out in about 3 months, I think. They normally do it every 3 months. And it's rumored to be another Simpsons set. But I haven't seen a list of who is expected out yet, but that should be out shortly. So here is the full set. A lot of really cool ones this series. But I think the hot dog guy is still my favorite. Followed by probably the king. So thank you for watching my unbagging of the complete series 13. Please stay tuned for other Lego related videos. I'll try to put some pictures and things up of series 14 as soon as I hear something. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.